there's a kind of excruciating pain that you will feel that doesn't come from losing something or losing someone, but comes from the fact that you were still holding on to that thing or to that person while it was already gone. It hurts. Imagine you're in a relationship with somebody and you realize that they are drifting. Sometimes before you even notice it, they are long gone. They don't just get up one morning and they go. It is a process. They start going gradually. And the time you notice it, you start making excuses and saying, maybe if I just try a little more, if I love it a little bit harder, if I stay patient, maybe if I don't say the things I say. There is nothing you can do at this point. They are gone and they are gone. You cannot force somebody to love you. Love is not something you force. If the love is not there, it is not there. So what do you do when you're the only one still fighting back? Because the tendency is that when you realize that the other person is not who he or she used to be, you start fighting. You start trying to keep the relationship. You start trying to fix it. So what happens when you're the only one fighting? Because some things don't end loudly. They don't come with closure or clear goodbyes. They simply fade away. And your effort now becomes one-sided. The energy shifts. The connection you once felt starts feeling like work instead of something natural. It becomes heavy. It becomes like a burden. And deep down, you noticed it, but you ignored it because you thought you could make it work. You thought you could fix it. You ignored it not because you were weak, but because you cared. You were loyal to what it used to be. You remain loyal. That's why you're still fighting. You're holding on to the memories. You're holding on to the moments when it felt real, when it was mutual, when it was alive. And that's what made it so hard to let go. Because in your heart, you weren't fighting for what it has become. You were fighting for what it used to be. That thing that was so lovely. You can't bring something back to life just because you refuse to let go. No amount of effort can fix something that the other person has already checked out of. No amount of love can carry two people when only one is trying. So at some point, you have to stop asking, how do I fix this? And start asking yourself, why am I the only one still trying? You are the only one still trying because the other person has already checked out. The other person already left long ago. You were the only one left in it. Because love is not supposed to feel like survival. It is not supposed to feel like you're constantly proving your worth just to keep someone. Someone who doesn't want to be kept. And when you keep fighting for something that has already ended, you don't only lose them. You end up losing yourself. You lose your peace, your energy, your clarity. You start second-guessing everything, wondering what more you could have done, what you could have said differently, what you could have done better. But sometimes it was never about you needing to be better. It was about them no longer being present. That's the hard truth, but it's also the truth that frees you, accepting that they are no longer there. Yes, it hurts. Because the moment you accept that it's already gone, you stop exhausting yourself. You stop exhausting yourself trying to revive it. You stop chasing something that isn't choosing you back. You stop pouring into space that no longer holds you. Instead of doing all of that, exhausting yourself, begin to return to yourself. Start loving yourself. Reclaim your energy, reclaim your voice and your peace. Letting go doesn't mean you didn't care. It doesn't mean you gave up too easily. It means you finally saw things for what they actually are. not what you were hoping it could be. So if you're still holding on, still trying, still fighting, ask yourself honestly, am I fighting for something that's still alive? Or am I holding on to something that already left? Once you see it clearly, you won't need closure from them. That clarity will be enough. And from that place, you can finally choose yourself.